Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and it's my pleasure to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. Today, we're going to dive into a really critical concept in modern hospitality: rate parity. We'll be looking at how the best hotels out there are using the power of AI to protect their profits and, just as importantly, build trust with their guests. So, let's jump right in.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the basics, the parity principle. Then we'll look at the high cost of violations. What happens when things go wrong? After that, we'll introduce the solution, what I like to call the AI watchdog. Then we'll see how this goes beyond just parity. And finally, how it all helps us shift from a reactive to a proactive strategy.
All right, Section 1, the parity principle. This is really the foundation of how hotels manage their distribution. You have to get this right to even play the game in today's digital world.
So what are we talking about when we say rate parity? It's actually a pretty simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful. It just means that a hotel has to offer the same room for the same price across all of its different sales channels. So whether your guest is booking directly on your website or they're on a big online travel agency, the price they see should be exactly the same. It's all about creating a level, fair playing field. And honestly, it's the absolute bedrock of building trust with your guests.
Okay, so that's the ideal. But what happens when that playing field isn't so level anymore? That brings us to Section 2, the high costs of violations. This is where we see what happens when a hotel's pricing integrity gets compromised, and believe me, the damage is real.
So, what is a parity violation? It's pretty straightforward. It's when a potential guest is shopping around and finds your room for a lower price on a third-party site, like an OTA, than they do on your own hotel website. And this is a huge problem. It just completely undermines your most valuable channel, your direct bookings. I mean, think about it, right? Why would anyone ever book directly with you if they know they can get a better deal just by clicking somewhere else?
And the fallout from that is, well, it's pretty severe. First off, it's a direct hit to your bottom line. It absolutely drains your profit. But it goes deeper than that. It really frustrates your guests. It erodes their trust in your brand. You're basically teaching them not to book with you directly. And that weakens your direct channel, which should be your strongest. So you're not just losing money on one booking, you're losing loyalty for a lifetime.
And let's put a number on that financial drain. Every time a guest books through an OTA, you're paying a commission, right? And that's typically somewhere between 15 and 20%. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but let's do the math. On a €500 booking, a 20% commission is €100. That's €100 of pure profit that just walked right out the door, all because you lost that direct booking.
So, the problem's clear. The question is, how do you fight back? How do you get control? Well, that brings us to our third section, the AI watchdog. This is where we look at the modern solution for getting your pricing back in line.
I love this metaphor, a digital watchdog for the hotel's pricing integrity. It's perfect. Top-tier hotels today are using powerful AI platforms that act as exactly that. Imagine a watchdog that never sleeps, never takes a break, and is constantly scanning the entire internet 24/7, just to make sure your prices are exactly what they're supposed to be.
And here's how it actually works, in 4 simple steps. First, the AI is out there, scanning hundreds of channels all day, every day. Then, boom, it detects the violation. Maybe a wholesaler leaked a private rate they shouldn't have. Step 3, it sends an instant alert to the right person, and this is key, it includes proof, like a screenshot of the violation. And that leads to Step 4. The manager has everything they need to contact that partner and get the issue resolved fast. It's a really clean, effective loop.
And what's the whole point of all this? It's really simple, but so important. The goal is to make sure your hotel's own website is always the most attractive place for a guest to book. It should be the best deal, the easiest experience, the place they trust the most. That's how you build and protect your most profitable channel.
Okay, so fixing problems is great. That's defense. But this kind of technology also lets you play offense. And that brings us to Section 4, moving beyond parity. This is where we stop just plugging leaks and start using data to get a serious competitive edge.
Now, before we go further, let's make sure we're all on the same page with a key piece of industry jargon, your comp set. Simple enough, it's just your direct competition. Usually, it's the 5 or 6 other hotels in your market that you're constantly measuring yourself against. Knowing what your comp set is up to is absolutely essential.
And this is where that AI watchdog becomes a powerful spy. It gives you incredible competitive intelligence.
You're not just seeing your own data, you're seeing your comp set's real-time pricing. You can see if their occupancy is rising or falling. You can even track their guest reputation scores. So imagine this, your biggest competitor suddenly slashes their rates for a big holiday weekend. Instead of finding out a week later, you know instantly. And that means you can make a smart, data-driven decision, not just a panicked reaction.
So you see, having this kind of real-time market visibility, it changes everything. It allows for the single most important strategic shift a modern hotel can make. And that's our final section, moving from a reactive to a proactive mindset. And I want to be clear, this isn't just about buying a new piece of software. It's a fundamental change in philosophy.
Just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got the reactive strategy. That's where you're always playing catch-up, right? You're fixing problems as they pop up, you're following whatever your competitors do, and you're just trying to defend your little slice of the pie. But on the other side, you have the proactive strategy. Here, you're anticipating market shifts, you're leading the way with data-driven decisions, and you're not just defending your market share, you're actively trying to grow it.
And I really want to emphasize this next point for all of you. This proactive strategy isn't just some industry buzzword. It's a core tenet of the Europe Hotel School London philosophy. What we're talking about today, this is central to the world-class education that you are all a part of right now.
So when you fully embrace this philosophy, what's the payoff? Well, it comes down to three huge things. 1, you protect your brand's value. 2, you maximize the profit you make from every single booking. And 3, you maintain total control over your distribution. Really, this is the trifecta. It's the ultimate goal for any modern hotelier.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about as you continue your studies and move into your careers. The strategy you're learning to build, is it just about competing? Or is it about leading? Is it truly designed to protect your brand's value and maximize its profitability for the long haul? That's the standard you should be aiming for. Thank you for your time.